Let's find out how you did on Unit 7 post-assessment. Remember, how you did has more to do with the last month or so, right? Not just yesterday when you studied, but if you practiced every day, like I asked you to, that's where it counts. All right. If it takes 1/3 of a can of frosting to cover a small cake, how many small cakes can you frost with 4 cans of frosting? Solve the problem, show the work. Okay, so I can do this any way I want to. So I have 4 cans of frosting. How many thirds are in 4? And that would equal 12. I can prove that a number of ways. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can split these into thirds. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 thirds in 4. I could also think to myself, well, there is 3 thirds in 1. So then I have 3 times 4 equals 12. So all sorts of different ways I can think. Write an equation. Well, there we go. 4 divided by 1/3 equals 12. There was 1 quart of a carton of ice cream for Michelle and her 2 friends to share. If they split the ice cream evenly among them, how much of the original carton of ice cream did each of the 3 kids share? Again, not how much of the 4th, because that would just be a third. But it's a third of a 4th, isn't it? Ooh. Show my work. So I can say I have, here's my ice cream. Here's a half, here's a 4th. So I have here, okay, that's my ice cream I have left, and then I'm going to split it with 3 people. So I'm looking at that 1 piece, which is 1/12 of the whole. So that is 1/4 divided by 3 equals 1/12. Again, you could have written it like it's 1/3 of 1/4, so you could also say 1/3 of 1/4 equals 1/12, same thing. That's why the flipping and the thing, that cheating thing, that's why that works. Got it? Alright. I shouldn't say cheating thing, but that's just if we just memorize flip and multiply, then Ramon has 3,974 baseball cards. He wants to put them in collector sheets that hold 32 cards per sheet. How many sheets does Ramon need for his entire collection? Alright, so I'm going to think about some calculations here. What I know. How much is 100? That's 3,200. How many more do I have to go? I have 774? What, 640 is 20, right? So let's see where that takes me. So if I have 3,974, I'm dividing that by 32. My first one I said was 100. It's going to give me 3,200. 477, so 774. Now the next one is 640, because that's by 20. So I got 4, 3, and 1. 134. And so double 32 is 64. Double that is what? 128. That's, I'm getting close there. So double. Wait. So 4 is 128. And what is that? 6 left over? No. So I have 124 and then 6 30-seconds left over, or 6 cards left over. Write an equation. So I have 3,974 divided by 32 equals 124 6 30-seconds. You could also have 1/6 there, or R6. Explain what you did with the remainder. How many sheets? Well, he needs 125 sheets. Okay. Oh, sorry, I should put 125 sheets. 1 page will only have 6 cards. All right, cool. The 18 students in Ms. Crawford's class picked 660 strawberries at a strawberry patch during their field trip. If they share them equally, how many strawberries can each student have? So we're looking at 660 divided by 18. What if I thought of this as, I like when I see even numbers like that. That can be, what if I 330 over 9? Any calculation there? 3 maybe? Yeah, 3 goes into both of those. 110 over 3. Much easier. This is not equally divisible, so now I can just do by 3s though. I'm trying to get what 30 is 90. Oh, 90. Trying to get to 110, which is 20 away, so that's almost 7, so it'd be 6 more. Which is what, 108, so 36, and then remainder 2, or 36 2/3. I mean, I'm probably just going to give each kid 36. And I'll have a, 36. And I'll probably have a raffle, write an equation. So we got 660 divided by 18 equals 36 2/3. I raffled them. I raffled the 2 away. All right, great. And number 5, solve each problem. 896 divided by 32. I can make that problem easier. I can take half here. So half of 896. Half of 800 is 400. Half of 96 is 48. So that would be 448 over 16. I can half that. It's 224 over 8. Ooh, I can half that. 112 over 4. Ooh, I can half that. This is getting exciting. What is this? 50. 60, 56, 56. 56 over 2, I can half that. 28 over 1. So it's 28. Ooh, how fun was that? That was fun. Like, if you do that, that's fun. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. And if you do this, like, this is real world. This is thinking. It's looking at a problem, seeing connections, and doing something about it. That's the real world. So don't give me any of this nonsense of I don't use math in the real world. Yes, you do. And if you don't use it, it's because you didn't learn it. That's just my opinion. 1,215 divided by 27. I think I'll just have to do something else here. Let me look at some 27s. 100 is 2,700. That's way too much. But what's half of that? I feel like that might be around there. What is that, 1,350? That's close. How close is that? That is 145? No, 135? Some doubles here. 54. 4 is 108. Uh, 108, that's 323. 323 and then 27 more. Oh, good Lord here. Look. Okay, so we have 1,350. We subtract 108, right? There's 1,242. And look at that, minus one more. That's going to give me 1,215. Ooh, doggy. So this was 50. I took away 4. So this was 50 minus 4 equals 46. And I took away one more, so 45. So if I really wanted to get fancy there, I did 50 times 27, and then I subtracted in the end 5 equals, so this was, what was this, 1,350 minus 135, and that equals 1,215. Cool. Alright, C, 8 divided by a half. So these, again, this is how many halves are in 8. The answer is 16. To show your work, you could have said there's 2 halves equals 1, and 8 times 2 equals 16. Here, 1/4 divided by 4. That's a quarter divided by 4. 1p, so that's 1/16. Alright, this one takes a while because I have to write out all these tens. So multiply each whole number or decimal by powers of 10 using the steps shown in the example. So 82 times 10 to the third, which is 10 3 times, which is equal to 82 times 1,000. Oops, which is equal to 82,000. This is 4,931, oops, times 10 2 times, which is equal to 4,931 times 100, which is equal to 493,100. Oops, am I not? 2 5/10 times 10 4 times equals 2 5/10 times 10,000, which shifts my 2 from the 1s to what, the 10,000s. So that'd be 25,000. Right? 4 spots. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 spots. And then we got 0.09 times 10 to the 5th, or I should say 9/100ths. Oops, times 10 5 times, which is equal to 0.09 times 100,000. So that means my 9 shifts down 5 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the thousands. 9,000. Okay, then the last page here. Solve the multiplication division problems below. So 34 divided by 100, so my number is getting smaller by 2 factors of 10. So that means my digits are shifting 2 spots to the left. So that's 0 and 34/100ths. Because again, another way to think about that is this is 34 over 100. That's what this is. 34 divided by 100 is 34 divided by 100, 34/100ths. 6.7 times 1,000, so my digits shift 3 spots to the left. So if I'm in the ones, I'm in the thousands, so 6,700. 2 and 58/100ths divided by 0.10, so that means I'm actually increasing by a factor of 10. This is actually like multiplying by 10. 46/100ths times 100, so my number is shifting 2 spots to the left to be 46. 0.8 times 0.01, so this is actually, we're looking 0.01 of 0.8, so this is going to be much smaller. So that means my number is, it's like dividing by 100, so my digit's going to move 2 spots to the right. And then 924 and 3/10 divided by 100, so that's going to shift my digits 2 spots to the right. Okay, Tanya paid $48.40 for 4 pairs of pants. When she tried to figure out how much each pair of pants cost, Tonya wasn't sure where to put the decimal point. Choose the correct answer. Well, let's think this through. If it was 4 for $1, or $1 each, that'd be $4. we're looking at 48. If it was over 100, that'd be $400. So this is it. And that's why. That's my explanation. Yep. And Dante solved the problems below and got all the answers correct. So describe what is happening to the decimal point in these problems. Again, depending on what you put, if you said that the decimal point is moving, okay, but it's not. It remains between the ones and tenths. Explain why it works that way. Because the digits are shifting to the right by factors of 10. And then Charlotte solved the problems below and got all the answers correct. Describe what is happening to the number of zeros in these problems. It's increasing by by 1. Explain why it works that way. The zeros are in the tenths and shift one place value over. All right, hope you did well. Ciao.